stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
And welcome to Monday.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Chris. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you doing
I beg to
today?
differ.
That I'm wonderful or that you're
Yeah,
wonderful?
because like I normally I talk to you before the show and stuff,
Yeah.
and usually you seem like happy-go-lucky, ready
Yeah.
to go kind of guy. And today you seem like, dude, if I didn't like you a little bit, Seth, I would shoot this computer and never come on the show
Nah.
ever again.
Nah, just busy, just working today. I
Yeah,
literally had to cut out. I'll tell you where it is for me. That's a slight frustration point. It's not a big one, but as you're well aware, I usually work on my regular work until like 30 seconds before the show.
Yes.
And now because of the new software and whatever, I have to do some setup in here before the show. So I have to cut off out there like 15, 20 minutes early. And it leaves my brain running like, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to finish the show. Then I got to go back and I got to finish this. And,
Gotcha.
it's like instead of optimizing every minute that I have, which is what I kind of do, now I can't do that. But I'm good. No, I'm
I mean,
good.
if you showed me how to do it, I wouldn't have any clue.
Well, you couldn't because it's based on this computer.
Gotcha.
So there's really not much I could give to you to do. So
Well, yeah, I offer to help. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, no, that's all good.
So it's a Monday, and it feels like a Monday.
Yeah, it is definitely Monday. Ugh.
Today wasn't that bad, I guess. I mean, work wasn't like terribly tough, and it was okay. Got like an infection on my leg, my good leg, which always worries me because I don't want to lose two of them.
No, hell no.
At least now, not yet. Like, I'll wait till I'm like 80 or something and chop the other one off. But
If you were
whatever.
80 and they said you had to chop your leg off, wouldn't you just say, fuck you, I'm not doing it?
yeah, probably. Or but then again, where am I going to go when I'm 80? I mean, I can barely move as it is. You think I'm going to have some sort of high,
Go to the
pollutant lifestyle
grave.
where I'm going to be traveling the world and stuff?
Look, I've already told myself, because of all the hospital that I've done in my life, the 22 surgeries and all the year and a half rehabbing and then COVID on top of it and almost dying there as well. If I come up with anything, I will be doing the farewell Chris Aiken tour on all these shows.
Yeah, right.
It will be like, I have cancer. Goodbye, everybody, because
We'll see
I'm
ya.
not doing anything about it. Fuck off.
Speaking of cancer, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a, I don't know, like a charitable, whatever kind of raising some funds for charity for cancer.
Okay.
we're going to talk with Greg Mack and his lovely bride, Gina, at some point. Not today, but some point soon.
Okay.
So they can discuss it, and I'm going to try to do my part. And if we could all help out a little bit. I know people don't like to donate to the show. JJ, with the exception the other day. Thank you again, JJ. $40, man. That guy was
That's
rocking
nice.
it.
Hell yeah.
And you could still donate. Seth Williams 32 at Venmo, and we'd split it, right?
We did.
So that was great from JJ. But anyways, I'm going to be trying to raise some money for cancer research and stuff. So we're going to talk, and whatever it is, we're going to talk about that when it's finalized. But looking forward to that. Greg actually stopped by the station today.
Nice.
Our good friend Greg Mack from the what used to be the Fish, and now he was doing his bike riding thing. I saw the other day. I don't know if he's listening today, but he was doing his bike riding thing, and like all of a sudden he had to like stop. Like he usually travels. We would put him on. Remember, he was like riding a bike from here to like Cincinnati or something crap like that, and then. But now I don't know. He's becoming more like us, Chris.
Is he going to be 400 pounds next year?
I don't know. He got on that bike and was like, you know what? This ain't happening.
He's like, fuck that. Let me get a motorcycle.
Yeah. I take a cab to wherever I got to go. But I think he's doing all right. He stopped in for a couple minutes today. We talked about this fundraising that we want to do. And
nice.
So we'll get into that when it's actually settled. So looking forward to talking to him.
Okay.
On Wednesday, big day.
Big excitement day.
I don't know if it's exciting, but it's exciting for me because as we talked about last week, a young woman called me sir, and I wasn't happy with it. So I need to start looking younger, and I'm going to do that on the show on Wednesday. I have got the beard dye ready to go. It's going to be a brush-in kind of dye.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I haven't read the instructions yet. I may have to get up like in the middle of the show to like wash it off, like wash it out so it doesn't like stain my face like entirely
No
black.
way. You need a bucket of water right next to you. You need to do it on the air.
I'm going to do it on the air, but I don't have a bucket, dude.
Get one of those Hell's Kitchen pans.
I'll get something, but I can't just. I don't want to make a mess in here.
Yeah, you do. That would be even more fun.
But I'm going to dye it on the show, and then we'll see what it looks like.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
I don't understand what you think is going to happen. You're going to call me.
You're going to look like a clown is what's going to happen.
Funny. Everybody does it.
No, everybody doesn't.
They sell it for a reason.
Yeah. You know who does it? Vain chicks. That's who does it. Vain chicks.
I know a lot of girls that my wife and my daughter dye their hair. They're not vain. They just do it because of, not because of gray or anything, just because they like to change colors every now and then.
Why are you doing it? So that women will look at you different.
Yes.
Vain chick.
But I'm a dude. I want chicks to look at me.
Dude acting like a vain chick.
So that's going to happen on Wednesday. That'll be on Wednesday's show. That I'm going to be a vain chick, according to Chris.
Yes.
And probably a homosexual, according to Chris.
No, hey. At least you're doing it for the right reason.
Right.
If you were doing it to, if you show up to do it, you're wearing your rainbow T-shirt or something, then I'll have a different outlook on what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing it to I'm a married guy doing it to pick up chicks.
Yeah.
All right, not to pick up chicks, but I'm doing it so maybe everybody around me.
So the chicks will want you and can't have you.
Right. Exactly. Or maybe I get a little bit more like of a, hey, you really look better now, Seth.
Hey, sexy, let me buy that soda for you here in the store.
Dye blue and get a nose ring. No, I'm not going to go for the liberal girl look. I'm going to try to. This is like a for real kind of thing that I really want. I'm not even doing it for show purposes. I'm doing it because I want to look younger than I do. And this beard is kind of holding me back.
Right.
Right? I mean, forget the bags under my eyes and the gray in my hair, but I mean, the beard, I think, is holding me back from looking the age that I want to look.
I don't know. I don't get it. But again, it's just my brain, too. My brain says never adjust yourself for anybody. And that's me. Is it
really adjusting myself for anybody? I'm adjusting myself for me.
You're adjusting because you feel like everybody else sees you as something you're not. You're not adjusting because you see yourself as something you're not.
But I'm not old. I think
having a gray beard does not make you old.
It does, kind of.
It does not.
Well, how do you
Fucking
get a gray beard? It's
George
stress or age.
Costanza was bald from the time he was like 25 years old.
And
Jason
it looked
Alexander.
horrible on him. And he looked older.
And it did. I agree. But
remember the episode where he got the wig? He should have stayed with the wig. The wig actually looked pretty good on him.
He looked ridiculous with the wig.
No.
That was the whole point, was how ridiculous he looked. That was the whole point of that episode. He thought he looked good, but everybody else said he looked like an idiot.
After Wednesday, Sydney Sweeney will be all over me.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's awesome. I agree. Dude, did you see the new thing about her? Everybody called her a racist because of the blue jeans thing. Now they hate her for a different reason.
Oh, because she's a Republican?
Because she's a gun-toting, likes to go to the range Republican.
Yeah. She's just
That
winning
does make
my
her
vote
hotter.
more and more.
Huh?
She's winning my vote more and more.
Well, that's just it. Doesn't it make her hotter now when you see it? Like, I
Yes.
saw the video of her shooting shit all over the place, man, and it made her way hotter than she already is.
You know what it makes her to me? Makes me understand why she's so hot. Because if she was a liberal idiot, she'd have all the piercings and blue hair, and she'd look like Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, exactly. She's something else. So now she's even more something else.
Yes, good for her.
But
She just
Wednesday
needs-
will be
I
down
just
to
hope.
beard.
You know what I just hope though? I hope that she doesn't get her feelings too hurt by all these assholes that are calling her out. Because I already saw a video of her crying on fucking online because of people being so hateful on social media.
Well, dude, they are hateful, man. And,
Of course they are.
And all the money in the world doesn't stop that hate. But, I don't see her changing her views. If anything, I think it would strengthen her views because she sees the hate from the other side. That's what I see every day. And so, I think it strengthens my position as I'm right because I see the hate-filled, lack of tolerant party out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
think
disgusting.
a couple years ago she may have apologized and said, I didn't really, my publicist registered me or something, it would have been that type of a thing. But now that canceling doesn't happen anymore, that's just an old joke. Now she'll hang with it. She'll hang with it. Because it'll be forgotten.
Oh, yeah, it'll go away.
Another year from now, it'll be forgotten. So
Brian says that, speaking of shooting, he shoots all over the place when he sees Sydney Sweeney.
Me too.
I'm thinking not guns, right?
My bedroom looks like a crime scene with the right lighting.
And there's a lot of people commenting on SummerSlam. Before we get to the Brown stuff that we want to talk about today, I didn't see SummerSlam, so you're gonna have to fill me in because I haven't had a chance to watch any of it. But what I heard was people were not impressed with this SummerSlam.
It was boring.
Really?
Oh my God. First of all, look, now you're going to get me going for a long time here. First and foremost,
Yeah, long show.
For the WWE. I don't care what the event is. I don't give a shit what it is. They do not need 2-day events. They don't
That
need
I
them.
agree with. That I agree with.
This 2-day SummerSlam, and they already announced that next year it's going to be a 2-day SummerSlam as well. They don't need it. It is ridiculous. And they're not doing 2 days because they have so many good stories that they have to tell. Day one, and I timed this, and I challenge anybody to go back on Peacock and watch it. Day one, the first day of the SummerSlam, they went live 3 minutes before 6 o'clock to do the national anthem, or what's the other one? Not the national anthem, but the other one, America the Beautiful. So they do America the Beautiful for 3 minutes. They timed it all out so the planes will fly over and all that shit, right? From the time what was it? Who?
Where was it?
MetLife Stadium, New Jersey.
Okay, sorry.
So from 5:57 is when the actual broadcast started. Would you like to venture a guess when the first match started?
All right, so they have the flyover. They got the America the Beautiful. 3 minutes, you said? I would say
it was 3
10
minutes.
after 6.
You would be 12 minutes short.
Wow.
They took 22 minutes to bring in Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. 22 minutes.
Wow.
22. I mean, dude.
So what is it? Is it all set up and bullshit that they're doing on
It's
TV?
all
portion?
intros. It's all no. It was just them. They had this really long plankway, which they've done this before. They had the really long plankway. But I swear to God, each guy's music played twice. What they did instead, I would be okay if they had a 2-day thing, if they had 14 really good matches to promote.
Right.
But they did not. Day one, I think, had 5 matches. 5.
5?
5. With really long intros. With, you know, we're at the point now that the Undertaker's intro seems like it's fast forwarded. 22 minutes, bro. That's way too long.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that, the matches weren't very good. I will say that. I mean, the John Cena match, John Cena and Cody Rhodes, that was pretty good. That made up for their horrific match that they had at, was that WrestleMania?
Yeah.
That was just god awful. You know, so they made up for it. Their match was pretty good. But
was
everything,
there a surprise or anything during that one?
Nothing of super
Nobody
note.
came out like super surprised.
The only real surprise was that Cena came off the heel thing. I think it just didn't work, so they just came off it because, like, when he came out with the lights again. You know how he's been coming out with all blacked out everything and being mad and everything. Well, he was happy and he was running around and he threw his hat to the crowd and all the bullshit that John Cena does. But it was just very, very long. The only real surprise out of the whole day or the whole 2 days was Brock Lesnar showed up at the end. Brock Lesnar showed up to who did he smash? CM Punk maybe? I don't know. No, not CM Punk. And not Cody. He smashed John Cena. But it was like and the only reason it was even a surprise at all is because they've been hyping that he's banned because of fucking that Janelle Grant or something. You know, he's named in that lawsuit as being like the
I gotcha.
He was like the Vince got that Janelle Grant and said, "Hey, I'll give you a promotion if you suck Brock Lesnar's dick," or something to that effect. You know, so he was allegedly banned, but he was back for this thing. But outside of that, there really wasn't anything. I don't have one match to tell you where I could say, dude, this was really good, or the story was good, or anything. It was just all.
Because I talked to a couple of people that saw it and said it was just average at best.
Yeah, it was a lot of who cares, a lot of time wasted. You watch enough wrestling to have a comment on this. Can we just be done with old retired wrestlers and celebrities?
Yeah.
Can we stop with that?
Well, like you didn't like the Brock Lesnar stuff, or what do you mean?
I don't even need Brock Lesnar. We're so far past Brock Lesnar now. Honestly, I mean, the WWE, they're closing out 2 days in stadiums. Financially, they don't need Brock Lesnar to bring people to the show.
Yeah.
So why have him? You've got.
Because it's nice for a casual fan, I think. Though a guy like me that sits there and goes, "All right, well, I understand the story, kinda. I think I've been watching some of it." But then you see Brock Lesnar, I'm like,
Yeah, but he hasn't even been there in 2 years.
Yeah.
There's no
I
story
think it'd be
to
great
it.
if they brought Vince back. Have Vince come out there.
They might as well at this point because they're bringing everybody else out. You know, it just, I don't know, the everything about it I did not like. The Gunther CM Punk match. Gunther literally kicked the shit out of CM Punk for like 30 minutes. Then CM Punk had one flare and pinned him. and pin Gunther, who's lost like I think they said he's lost 4 times in 5 years. And CM Punk, who got his ass beat for 30 straight minutes, all of a sudden found a way to beat him. And then
see CM Punk just lose that belt though.
Well, he lost it 3 minutes later on a Seth Rollins cash in.
Yeah,
and
that's what I saw. I think on a reel somewhere.
But even the Seth Rollins cash in was bad because they had done this whole thing about a month ago where they said Seth was hurt.
Yeah,
but it was all over. Anybody that follows now, the softcore wrestling fan may have jumped. But for me, somebody that follows wrestling, it has been on the dirt sheets since a month ago that Seth was faking the injury to come and do a run-in on this event. So it didn't work. It didn't surprise anybody. I don't know. It just, everything was bad. The Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, that match, that was painfully bad. Tiffany Stratton, she's not a good wrestler. I don't know why. Other than having great tits and a great body, that's the only reason she's the champion. But she stinks. She's a terrible wrestler, and her match was terrible.
So there's really no need for me to go back and watch this disaster.
None. The Jelly Roll match. Why?
Jelly Roll match.
Again, do we have to have celebrities wrestling?
Jelly Roll is wrestling?
Yeah, Jelly Roll wrestled. I mean, and more power to him. He's lost over 200 pounds. That's fantastic. Still doesn't mean that I want to see him in the wrestling ring with Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and whoever else. I forget who the other person was with him, but it's just,
was there a Jake Paul sighting or anything like
Jake,
that?
That's who it was Logan Paul. Not Jake, but Logan. That was who was wrestling with Jelly Roll. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre against Jelly Roll and Randy Orton.
Ugh.
It was terrible. And Jelly Roll, I will give Jelly Roll credit where credit's due. He came in, he did the work, he knew how to do the moves. But when they bring in the celebrities to do a move, first of all, they only teach them like 2 moves.
Right.
Which is what they did with Jelly Roll. They taught him the move where you choke the guy and then you put his arm on your shoulder and then you slam him.
Right.
Well, that's the only move he did for he did it 2 or 3 different times. He also did it on the Tonight Show, I think. He threw Logan Paul through a table as well. But it's the same move. He just doesn't have any wrestling moves. He doesn't have any.
They should have taught him like a finishing move, like call the Jelly Roll and had him do something. Like
the Three Amigos type thing, but call it the Jelly Roll, where he rolls him around or rolls him like a gator or something.
They could have done something.
Yeah, but no.
Did they do like a nice tribute for like Hogan?
It's okay, I guess. I mean, it's just Michael Cole saying, "Loved you, brother." And they did say that he was the all-time greatest entertainer of all time, which that's fine. I mean, it wasn't like crazy, like 10 minutes of Hogan. It was like a 2-minute vignette. It was okay. I mean, it was cool. And his son was there. Nick Hogan was there both days. Yeah. So I mean, that some of it was okay. Most of it was just boring as fuck.
See, I'm telling you, if Vince McMahon was in charge of that shit, they would have had like Hogan's ex-wives all doing like a 4-way tag team match.
Oh yeah, of course. They'd have had his ex-wife wrestling his new wife for the will, property of the will.
Something like that would have been awesome.
Yeah, but dude, it's just so cowardly too. Like yesterday, like how after the wrestling now, all these companies do what they call a media scrum, where they have all the media in and they take questions or whatever. Because Brock Lesnar was involved in it, WWE Triple H just caved like a bitch, canceled it for Sunday. So there was no media scrum after because he didn't want to take questions about Brock Lesnar. And it's just like, ugh, the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm overly critical of it, but I watched all of it. And
you're a fan. I mean,
I am a fan. But I watched all of it and I came away with it like, ugh, nothing good here. Nothing at all.
Have you been watching that Netflix series?
No, the Unreal.
Or whatever it is?
No, I'm gonna be honest, and people can say I'm a fake fan or whatever. There's too much wrestling right now. There's too much wrestling to watch.
I mean,
There's
I saw just like a preview for it. I'll tell you, I'm going to start watching because it looks really interesting to me. I mean, just seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff. Like, I didn't know that, like, you'll have Triple H back there, like, telling the ref, like, to tell them, like, if the match is running too long, and the ref is, like, relaying messages to these guys while they're in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
And to, tell them if it's going too long, or you got to do this, or, and he's, like, calling camera shots and, kind of telling people what to do behind the scenes while they're wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's pretty cool, and it's kind of interesting to see how it all works because I never knew that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we need a whole season of it though. We could do that in like an hour and a half.
They're gonna make like 10 seasons after one.
Well, and herein lies the problem with wrestling today. And I love wrestling. I am. You know how you always say you're like a little kid?
Yeah.
When it comes to wrestling, I am like a little kid. I will consume a ton of wrestling. But there's too much now. Right now, in today's world, Mondays you got Raw. Tuesdays you got NXT. Wednesdays you got AEW. Thursdays is when that Unreal shows, I believe. Fridays, I don't think there's a rest. SmackDown is on Friday. AEW Collision is on Saturday. Now that's a lot all by itself, what I just named, right?
Yeah.
But there's also Roku Channel has NWA wrestling each week. Now that Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins bought the NWA.
Right.
He's got that on Roku Channel once a week. Then you've got WWE Unreal, like you were saying. Then you've got WWE LFG, which I did watch the first season. It was good, but then when I saw that there's 5 more seasons, I was like, oh, hell no. I'm done with this. Then you've got WWE Evolve. That's on Tubi. That's another league. That's some other like minor league, even more minor than NXT league, where they have that. I mean, there's so much of it right now, dude, that there's so much that there's too much.
There's like a tough show that they had on one of these networks talking with guys that are like brand new and they're teaching them stuff. I mean, they're right. There's a lot. But, football's done the same kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, football now has Monday Night Football. Then there's college football on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Thursday Night Football. Friday they get college football. Saturday college. I mean, there's football every day of the week once it gets started between the college and the pros. But I mean, I guess if it's working, you do it.
Yeah, I guess. But
people are watching. But it's tough for me.
I question how many are watching.
But it's tough to see how you keep a story going. But I mean, these are all different leagues, really, and different shows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can keep the SmackDown story going every Friday night, the Raw story going every Monday night,
and they bleed them. Like the LFG, the champion of the LFG, like that was a thing. The LFG was like training, and they took these people that were Raw and they put them on teams with 4 legends.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
and that was cool. But like the first year winner, he went on to NXT and like he invaded NXT the next week and took on the champion. It was like, all right, this guy is literally 6 days out of practice. He's in the practice team and he went and challenged the champion. I mean, that's fucking dumb.
Habusa skipped this stuff and watched the Mexican stuff.
Oh, the lucha. Well, all that's been compromised too.
Didn't WWE take over the Mexican
WWE
wrestling?
bought CMLL, I believe, and or AAA, one of the two, and then AEW works with the other one. So that's all compromised as shit.
It is crazy, dude. There's a lot of wrestling. I didn't realize there was that much.
There's so much
but it's hot. I mean, dude. But you're going to oversaturate. Eventually, it's going to go
Is
away.
it really that hot?
You would think that it is if they're doing this much with it. They got to pay these people.
Well, yeah, but again, that goes into a whole nother conversation because Tony Khan has unlimited funds. So that's why AEW still exists. If AEW did not have a guy with $10 billion running the show, that it would be closed. And I actually like AEW. I watch it every Wednesday. But if it wasn't for that guy that has billions of dollars, it would have closed down. They've lost more than half of their audience since CM Punk left. When CM Punk was on the show, they were averaging like 1.2 million a week. Now they're averaging 500,000 viewers a week, which you know goddamn well Warner Brothers Discovery is not thrilled with that.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's bigger than CNN gets.
Yeah, and look at what they're doing to CNN. They're spinning that out of their company and making it into a private company so that they can bankrupt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too much wrestling right now. I wish some of it would go away. And honestly, I wish WWE, who is struggling so hard to write good stories right now.
Yeah.
Why do you have 10 fucking shows? Why don't you have 2 shows and bring all the writers together and have 2 really good shows? You know, like the Attitude Era.
I love that era of wrestling, man. That was a good era.
But dude, you watched both shows, right?
Yeah.
Because the stories were good.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it was like on Monday you'd see Stone Cold attack The Rock or something. Well, then you had to watch SmackDown to see how that was going to play out.
Right.
You don't have that now. Now you have, well, Monday Night Raw happened, and look who's in the crowd. Here's a celebrity, and here's so-and-so from NXT who's going to be wrestling tomorrow night for the NXT North American Championship or whatever.
Some of those house shows, man, were just so crazy and silly, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a house show here in Cleveland, right?
Sure.
And it was Rock and Stone Cold were both there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was literally sitting in a loge inside the Rocket, whatever it was called back then. And I was there with my ex-wife and a couple other guys, and we're sitting in one of the loges.
Mm-hmm.
It was great because we had all the food, beer, and all this kind of stuff. It was fun. But, dude, it was so far from being like good wrestling. It was unbelievable. I mean, Stone Cold and Rock, all of a sudden, there's a piano in the middle of the fucking ring, and they're singing Margaritaville together. And was it entertaining? Yes, but was it like, dude, I'm paying to see like wrestling and stuff, and now but it was fun, I guess. But they were singing literally Margaritaville on a piano inside the fucking ring. You're like,
you know, WWE has pretty much ended house shows.
Huh?
WWE's not doing house shows anymore.
Right.
They're only doing Raw, SmackDown, and what they call PLEs, premium live events.
Not pay-per-view anymore?
No, it's not pay-per-view anymore. Premium live
events. You got to pay out the butt if you want to sit there and watch Peacock all day long.
That's a whole nother issue. The cost of this shit. The cost for yesterday to sit anywhere decent was at least $1,000.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Dude, I was talking to my daughter about that the other day because she was talking about how she never seen Taylor Swift, and that's her. Obviously, she's a teen girl, dude, so that's her big thing, dude. Wanted to see Taylor Swift. Well, these artists, and even now the wrestling and stuff, they don't make it feasible for a normal fan to go see a concert or go see an event. Unless you want to sit where you can't see, you cannot afford to go to an event anymore.
And then if you do sit in that, then that's a disappointing show.
Right.
I mean, who the fuck wants to go see Taylor Swift? And let's be real. You're not going to spend $10,000. You're not going to. You might spend $500 to entertain your daughter. Yes?
Yeah.
If you paid $500 each, $1,000, and you're sitting in section 522, 8 miles away, you're going to be fucking disappointed.
Of course.
You know, it's just not a good scenario at all.
And I mean, dude, I remember when we were young, and like when my wife was, especially like you're what, a couple of years older than me, a few years older than me.
56.
So yeah, you're a few years older than me. And when we were kids, though, if you wanted to go see, when you wanted to go see Zeppelin, it was $12.
Yeah.
There were bands you could go see Ozzy for, less than $20 at some.
Everything was a 20 spot.
Rubber Bowl.
Everything was a 20 spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when a show got announced. Look, and this was right when I was 13, 14, 15 years old. When a show got announced, I knew I had to make $20 at my job by the Saturday to go buy the ticket.
Right.
You know, that was it. It was 20. And you're right. Like the Led Zeppelin show that I went to in 77, I've got the poster on my wall in there for it, was $6.50.
I mean, and if Zeppelin comes back today, you're going to pay $2,000 for a seat.
$6.50. They may not let me watch a live stream of Led Zeppelin these days.
No. Dude, I couldn't go see the movie about Led Zeppelin for under $20.
That's what I'm saying. It's craziness, man.
It is. And so to go see wrestling, I mean, we had fun going to wrestling stuff, and it wasn't that expensive. It may have been $30, $40 to go see an event, but it wasn't like it is now. I mean, shit, you want to sit ringside, you're going to, again, spend $2,000.
Yeah, it's crazy. They've priced us out of everything. But you know what? We have to be diligent on this shit, and we have to not pay it.
Well, that's the problem, though, Chris. It's the same thing with the Browns suck, right? And we'll talk about the Browns here in a little bit, but the Browns are terrible.
Yeah.
Yet everybody will sell out that stadium regardless. They won't stop going. You can't get an entire group of people to say, you know what, fuck these people.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if you can get everybody to say, you know what, I'm a parent of a daughter. We are not paying that kind of money to go see Taylor Swift until you make it reasonable for us to go. They're going to continue to raise the prices on us.
Well, that's it. But you got to blame the people. Like, I have stopped. My last show that I went to, big show, was that Metallica Pantera at Ford Field. And I will not go to another one unless the only way I'm going to go is if I can get a good ticket for $100 or less. Right. If I can't get a good ticket,
a good seat,
first 15 rows for $100 or less, then I'm not going. And if that means I never go to another show again, so be it. But I am not willing to just like I won't take it in the ass from the random gay guy, I won't take it in the ass from Live Nation either. I am not going to bend over, pull my cheeks apart, say, here, Live Nation, penetrate me as far as you can. Not doing it.
Jackal saw Kiss for $4.50 and 76.
Of course he did. Of course, he was 40 at the time.
I'm supposed to go see on Friday. I'm supposed to go see Toto, Christopher Cross, and Men at Work.
Nice. Yeah, I messaged my friend. He hasn't hit me back yet to try and hook you up, but I'm not.
Oh, because I'm not going. My wife bought me like tickets for Christmas, right? Because I like all three of those guys, all bands and everything. But she got lawn seats because they were on sale. And ironically enough, it's kind of funny. She got lawn seats for like $20 a piece for Blossom for the show. I mean, it's not like a superstar show, but it's a show that I want to see.
The show is probably going to sell well.
I mean, I don't know if there was some Groupon ticket for $20. I don't know how well it sells.
Well, maybe not.
But I can't sit on the lawn, dude. I can't get on the ground with his leg and be able to get up and down and everything else.
Well, you should be able to go and get an upgrade.
And so I don't know. But I'm not going if I can't.
You should be able to. You should be able to go and say, look, these were bought for me. The person didn't realize that I have handicap needs. Put me in the pavilion. They will.
Because otherwise I'm going to just not go.
And
I want to go.
Call them and ask them. Not on the air, but just call.
I'll call them right now. Dude.
Yeah, here. Hello, Blossom.
While we're in a commercial break, take 10 minutes. I'm going to call them to find out. But no, but I want to go see the show, but there's no way in the world. They don't make it really easy for people with handicaps to sit on that lawn, dude. It's not like I can just park a wheelchair there either. Unless I'm parked at the top.
Am I crazy in thinking that Blossom is just universally, for every reason possible, the worst venue in Ohio? Is there a worse venue than Blossom Music Center?
I don't think so. No.
I can't think of one. The only one might be, and I don't know what it's called now, but it used to be called Buckeye Lake down in Columbus.
Yeah.
Only because it was the same as Blossom, except it was all gravel.
Ugh.
It was really bad when I saw Van Halen and Vince Neil there.
Blossom is good for certain shit, dude. Blossom's good if you're going to go see the orchestra and you're going to put the fucking blanket on the grass and you're going to sit there and have a glass of wine and lay there and just listen to the music. If you want to go and have a good concert experience, though, it's not good unless you're sitting. Even if you're sitting underneath the pavilion, you have it all open on the sound isn't as great as it should be.
No, the sound is lousy. The facility is lousy. The parking is the only thing the parking has good for it is that it's free.
Now, I'm hoping that the parking is decent for at least the handicapped folks.
Well, you should be okay with that. You'll park right behind the box office.
because I ain't walking across that grass.
No, you'll park right behind the box office there.
I don't think they've mowed that grass since they opened that place.
No, they let the people trampling on it mow the grass.
But I'm trying to think like some of the better shows that I've seen. But again, the only reason they were good is because I was like right up front.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Ozfest there, and it was right up front for Pantera and Ozzy and stuff like that. I was front row, Pit or whatever you want to call it back then, whatever it was. And then Godsmack. I mean, shit, I got to in Deftones. I got to go backstage and eat dinner with the guys, and then sit right there watching them. So I mean, that was all right. But I mean, unless you got special whatever, it's not a great place to see a show.
Dude, I'll never go back. I turned down Blossom, free tickets, everything. I get offered both from publicists and friends. Constantly. John Drake asked me if I wanted to go see Sammy Hagar when he was at Blossom. I guess that was last year or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe this year. I don't even know when it was. But and then he told me the price of the tickets was $500.
Huh.
I was like, fuck that. I'll listen to my CDs. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I get to go, but I'm not going to go if I'm going to sit on the fucking... I can't sit on the lawn. I'll have to stand up at the top of it, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'll tell you what, one of the better shows that I went to see Kid Rock there, right?
Okay, with Uncle Cracker?
Yes.
I was at that show.
MMS gave me a camper to drive to the fucking show.
Okay.
And we were allowed to park the camper at the top of the fucking hill.
Okay.
And it wasn't bad watching the show from a bed inside of a camper. Even though it was at the top of the hill, you couldn't really see shit, but still, it was nice.
That was the show where Kid Rock made all the tickets $20, and all the beers were like $2 or whatever, but it was like Schlitz Light or some shit. It was something awful.
What year?
It was the Rebel Soul Tour. So that would have been 2013, maybe.
All right.
2013, 24. I think it's 2013. In fact, I know it was 2013.
Sure that was earlier than that, because I remember I was dating my wife, and I wanted to get like in her pants, right?
Right, sure.
And so I had this camper. I was like, dude, this is a perfect opportunity for me to nail this broad. And I asked her to go. I said, I got this camper. We're gonna sit in a camper watching fucking Kid Rock. It's got a bed in it and everything.
Nice.
She's like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. It's like, wait a second. I know your past. I know who you slept with. You're fucking telling me you're not gonna sleep with me in this fucking camper? I almost left her right then. But I held out.
Look at you.
I guess it was worth it 20 years later. Or was it?
I'm sure it was at the time. Sure, the first time you got in there, it was worth it.
I was angry.
But then she made it all better the first time she gave it to you, right?
Yeah, it was like a day later. We were sitting at the house and stuff, and like, wait a second. I had a camper we could have gone to and seen a damn show and gotten laid in a camper with all these people around. It would have been awesome. But no. The next day, all right.
Dude, that's what chicks do, though. Dude, I shouldn't even tell this one on the air, but I'm just going to. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this one. When I was dating my ex, my now ex, we had like flirtatiously talked about the first time we were going to fuck. And it was supposed to happen on Christmas Day. That was going to be my like present, so to speak.
Nice.
And I was all ready for Christmas Day. And then you know what she did? Did not fuck me on Christmas Day.
Oh, my God.
And I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I was so fucking amazingly mad that the next day she offered it to me. I fucking hit that like a tornado hitting a trailer park. I was fucking... That was another level of grudge fuck. Because I was so mad. It wasn't even like I was still excited about getting it for the first time. It was just mad. It was like, you bitch, how could you make me wait? And why did you make me wait 12 hours or whatever?
See, girls are so weird, man. Like, I remember I was dating this girl, and I had to be like 17 years old, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And me and my buddy were both dating a couple of girls. And
sure.
Yeah, but we had already done it with them. I already had sex with these girls.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went on a double date. It was Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And so we went out to dinner, did the normal, I'm going to buy you this, buy that, flowers, and all this kind of bullshit. So we spent a lot of money on these two dumb broads. And we bring them back to my house.
Okay.
I had nobody at home that night, and it was Valentine's Day, and we're taking them out and all this bullshit. And so we had like it planned, dude, right? And so we literally had like rose petals leading to the, like different rooms of the house, where one for me, one for her,
Okay.
one for my buddy, and so rose petals laid out, and there was on the bed there was flowers and like I think of chocolates and stuff like that.
Sure.
And so we lead these girls to the rooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they both get fucking pissed and said, "Oh, you guys had this planned? We had planned to have sex." I was like, "We already did it like 12 times in the past week. Fuck, it's Valentine's Day. Yes, we had it planned. Now get naked and give me some."
Yeah, come on.
And then they both got pissed and said they wanted to leave. Like, get the fuck.
Dude, did you
like,
ever
can you throw up the dinner because I want it back?
Yeah, yeah, right. Did
I
you
spent
ever
like $100
have
on fucking steak for your sorry ass?
Right.
Either get naked or throw up. One of the two.
Did you ever have like a chick totally like trying to give it to you, but you were too fucking dumb to realize it?
I had one girl that she was trying desperately,
Mm-hmm.
and I was too high to do it. I had to like she was like she took it off everything, dude. And it was like next thing you know, this is like Minds content. This should not be on Mondays, but yeah, she like got prepared,
Right.
and I was just too messed up. I was like, I don't know what do you want to do? It's like I can't
Had
do
one of
anything.
those too.
I'm not doing that. I can't do anything. I'll just sit here.
I had one of those, dude. I was, I'll tell this. This is in my book, but it's a fun story. So there was this girl, and I was out at the bar or whatever, and she was dating some other dude that I did not get along with, and I just was really, really, really drunk at a bar. And she came in and he came in and he was like kind of talking shit at somebody at my table. And I just got up and beat this fucker. Boom, 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 beat the shit out of this guy. And then as I turned around to walk away, I looked at her and I said, "Are you coming or what?" And she just came with me. And it was like, okay, so we went outside and we got a cab. And we took a cab back to the barracks. So we go in the barracks. I sneak her into my room in the barracks. She says she wants to watch TV. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Turn on the TV, throw in a videotape. Within 10 seconds, we're like making out or whatever. And this broad, next thing I know, the pants are off. She's blowing me. It's the worst head ever. It's that, and dude, it's traumatizing almost that it sticks in my head. But it was the kind, every guy that's listening and had more than one girl puff on their fucking dick knows this girl. It's the girl that only sucks on the head of the cock. Won't work the shaft, won't work the balls, nothing. Just, she feels like because she's got her mouth on it, she's working on it. And it was horrendous. And I remember I was so fucked up, I just sat there and let her go for a while because I couldn't figure out if she was really bad at it or if I was too drunk to get it. It was so awful. But then I started like watching her and I started like trying to focus watching her and I'm just watching her and she's just fucking moving a half inch each way or whatever. And finally, and it's the only time I've ever done this, I literally just said, "All right, I'm good." And I waved her off.
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, I'm good." I didn't even finish. I just was like, whatever. I'm good. And then she was like, "Well, don't you want to bang? Don't you want to fuck me?" And I was like, "No, I'm too drunk."
Yeah. That's kind of what it was. I had taken like literally I'd eaten half a bag of like shrooms. And so I really had no idea what planet I was on.
Right.
I mean, I really liked the girl too. I mean, she was like a super sweet girl and super nice, and like I wanted to, but there was no way it was gonna happen.
Yeah, dude, that happens
Sorry.
sometimes. You get too fucked up, especially when you're young.
Yeah.
Dude, when we're young, I mean, let's face it, there was no, like now we all at this age, in our 40s, 50s, whatever, we all have a number. You know, I'll drink 6 beers. I'll drink 8 beers. I'll drink 10 beers, whatever it is.
Right.
But we have a number. And once we hit that number, it's like, all right, I got to stop here or I'm going to lose control of shit. Back then, the only number was the number of beers that were in the fridge. That was the only number. If there was 30 of them, you were drinking 30 beers.
Yeah.
You know, and and you paid the piper sometimes.
And, you know, to be honest, I didn't think I was going to have any that night. I didn't get any that day from the girl, and I was just bad timing. But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, announcement.
Yes.
We do have a website now. It's
yes,
up
we
and
do.
running. Again. Yes, a website again.
Yes.
TheSethWilliamsShow.com, correct?
Yes, and it is up.
TheSethWilliamsShow.com. It is up. You can find what there?
Well, you'll be able to catch the current episode every week, so everybody that gets confused about is it on Rumble, is it on YouTube, is it here, is it there? It's there. It's on the SethWilliamsShow.com every week.
The store is there.
Store is there. There's a couple of new things that I've had requests for, like the RSS feed for people that want the show just for their podcast, like an audio podcast.
Yeah.
That watch on or listen on like Apple Podcasts or whatever. The link is right there on the page so that you can do that. Old episodes will be there, you know, as we go forward. You know, I mean, it's nothing spectacular or super special or nothing, but it just got to where I was getting too many emails from people saying, I don't know the Substack or I don't know the Rumble address or what. So I just put it all back together as the Seth Williams Show.
It looks good. So check it out, TheSethWilliamsShow.com.
Yeah.
It is up there. Let's talk a little bit about the Browns, right?
Why don't we take a break first? Let's take a break.
We'll take a quick break and we'll talk about the Browns and see how they're going to be, because the first preseason game is on Friday.
Oh, is it really? No kidding.
Yes. So the season is upon us.
Okay.
And again, on Wednesday, I'm going to be dyeing my beard on the show. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to talk about the Browns. So let's talk a little bit about that when we get back here in about a minute or so. All right?
Yeah. Well, let's see what Jim Florentine has for us. How's that?
Amen. Hang on.
Get ready. The Seth Williams Show is going live Friday, September 12th at 4 p.m. Join us for lunch and a hilarious podcast interview with the one and only Jim Florentine.
When I was a kid, I got home from school at 3 o'clock. My mom goes, go play in the neighborhood till 6 o'clock. Come back then for dinner, and that was it. There was no communication from 3 to 6. And I'm still here, and everybody else is, right? It's fucking weird, isn't it? Yeah, all right, a couple cute kids went missing, but that was collateral damage. What are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, they took the bait, went for the candy. What are you going to do? I wasn't a candy guy. Yeah, you're not going to get me in a van with a Tootsie Roll, you know?
And Don Jameson.
Because remember when the most dangerous jobs in America were, law enforcement, active military, one of Danny Masterson's dates from that 70s show? No, I'm glad you guys are laughing at these jokes, because here's the thing. We're so politically correct nowadays, aren't we? It's gotten too crazy, man.
This incredible event, including lunch, is brought to you by Smokin' Rock and Roll and Audio Base Studios. Space is super limited. Only 10 lucky fans will be selected. Send your email to SethWilliamsShow@gmail.com. Seriously, you don't want to miss this.
SethWilliamsShow@gmail.com. SethWilliamsShow@gmail.com if you want to get signed up for Jim Florentine.
Yes, and Don Jameson.
Don Jameson. Special at Audio Base Studios. Thanks to Billy Morris, Smoking Rock and Roll. And if you want to go, email SethWilliamsShow@gmail.com, and then we'll be drawing like 10 people to be able to go.
That's right. And even if you don't go to our event, make sure you go over to the Winchester on the 12th as well and see those guys do their act that night.
It'll be a good time. Good time.
Yeah.
Good time had by all.
We're officially allowed to say that now.
Good.
Yeah, Jim had it on his podcast today, and I had texted him. He's like, yeah, let people know. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'll tell him to put it on his podcast that we're going to be doing it.
He will.
I'll show with him too.
He will. And we're going to have him back beforehand, so, we'll have fun.
Browns preseason starts on Friday
Yes.
night.
Are we
So
excited?
if I don't go see Toto, I'm going to go to sit at home and watch the Browns.
Are you expecting to see, I don't know, Shedeur Sanders at quarterback?
I think absolutely, especially during preseason. Yeah, I think he'll play a lot.
I don't think he's going to play at all.
You don't think he'll play on preseason game? Why?
I don't believe that they have any.
Put Flacco in there.
I believe they'll put Flacco in there for a little bit. They'll put in Kenny Pickett if he's healthy, and they will play a lot of Dylan Gabriel. I don't see him. I don't see him giving Shedeur Sanders much.
I was listening to this is how bad radio is in this town, man. The sports station, the AM sports station had play-by-play of practice going on.
Are you shitting me?
No. I guess today or tomorrow, one of the two is like the last practice open up to the public. And so they're out there and they're like, what a quick outrun he just did. Look, a touchdown pass by Shedeur Sanders. Like,
really?
Dude, it's fucking practice.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not a touchdown pass. It's a throw to the corner of the end zone that happened to be caught by a guy that was wide open because he's not covered by anybody. It's just practice, man. And they're doing play-by-play of this shit, and it was just bad radio. And then poor Bernie Kosar was on there, and I love Bernie. Bernie is a friend. You know, I have his phone number. I call him anytime I want to. He's a good man.
Bernie's a good dude.
And,
but that doesn't mean that WKNR is a good station.
No, but you're just listening to that poor guy, and he's sitting there and he's trying to talk and describe what's going on with some of these guys, and it was did not make for great radio.
Why is he doing that?
Huh?
Why is he doing that? Money?
He was just there as I think as a guest and hanging out and stuff, and it was fine.
Yeah. It's great. Here's a guy that's not Jerry Jeudy running out for a pass. Oh, he dropped it. Big shock.
I mean, it was just these receivers look great. Well, they should. They're not even being covered.
Yeah.
They're standing there wide open. Here's a pass.
Are they wearing pads at least?
I think so. But I mean, that's just bad radio.
It's terrible.
And, I mean, I remember Triv would go out there for practices and stuff like that, but he would have guests come over and talk. Some of the players and the GM and the coaches and stuff to make it a radio show. Yeah. It wasn't hey, let's sit here and watch them do the 40.
Yeah, dude, has WKNR ever been good? And I'm not asking that to be a shocking dick. I'm being dead serious. Because I go back all the way back to, and a lot of these guys are dead now, but like Kendall Lewis and Jeff Sindelar and Kenny Rhoda, Greg Brinda.
I hate him, but other than that.
But none of those guys were really compelling radio.
Kendall Lewis wasn't bad.
He was okay.
I thought he was entertaining. But...
He was okay. And Rhoda was okay when he wasn't sucking Pittsburgh dick. But
Michael Ray
Guy. Well, those two do a podcast now, the Ray Guy and Rhoda show. They have a podcast. And needless to say, it's not very compelling.
Look, I'll give Brenda some credit. At least he's decent when it comes to talking sports, and I can listen to him talk sports. It's just his politics are fucking insane, and he makes my head want to explode.
Yeah, I can't listen to Greg Brennan.
And one day they told me to get out of his fucking studio. I said, whose fucking studio do you think this is?
Yeah.
Sir, as hell ain't yours.
Right.
But I don't know. The Browns, can we pull up a schedule or no? Do we have that possibility?
Yeah, we can pull up stuff. Let me see if I can't find one. Let's see here.
I wish John Drake was on because I want to make a bet with him. Is he going to make a bet this year or no?
I doubt it. I mean, you guys will be betting between 2 and 4 wins. Which one of you is going to take 10 wins or whatever?
Like I don't know. I'm not sold that they're going to be as bad this year.
I'm not sold that they're going to win a game.
A game?
I'm not sold on they. And again, I'm going only by what the experts are saying, but the experts are almost universally saying they're going to be the worst team in football.
Well, I think they already lost one of their better defensive backs.
Yeah, and their running back is busy trying to sort out beating his chick.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be beating women.
Yeah. Well, there's the schedule. I know you probably can't read that at all, can you?
I cannot, but you can tell me. And
All right, where's this start? All right, Friday, August 8th, against the Panthers preseason. Do we even need to read the preseason?
no, how many preseason games do they have? Three.
Three.
3 now. Oh,
3, which is still too many.
yeah. Who cares?
All right, September 7th, week 1, Bengals, Browns,
At home,
at home.
you got to take Cincinnati on that one,
Yeah,
right?
I would think so.
Okay.
I would take Cincy.
I was going to count losses on my hand, but I'm like, no, wait a second. Counting wins would be a lot easier.
Yeah,
than
count the wins.
The losses.
And I'll count my wins over here. We'll see what we get.
Right.
Week 2, Ravens, Browns in Baltimore. That's another loss.
Another loss, yeah.
Number 3, at Cleveland, Browns, Packers. I'll take the Packers.
Man.
Packers
gonna
were in
take
the
the Browns
playoffs
on that
last
one.
year.
I'm taking the Browns in that.
The Packers were in the playoffs last year.
Still, it's at home. I'm taking Browns. There's one.
Okay. The next week, September 28th, Lions, Browns. At Detroit.
At Detroit. Oh, whew.
What do you? That's not
Lions-
even a game, dude. This is not 20 years ago. The Lions are very good.
The Lions also lost their 2 best coordinators, one of which is both of which head coaches now,
Yeah, the Lions are still.
and they look
very
like
good.
shit against the Chargers in preseason.
That doesn't mean anything. It's preseason. It's a bunch of guys that'll be fucking working at the airport next week.
All right, it's in Detroit. I'm taking the Detroit. Okay,
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit too. So I got them 0-4 so far.
I got 1 and 3.
Week 5, 9:30 a.m. So I guess this is in Europe somewhere. Browns are considered the home team against the Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm taking the Browns.
Fuck that.
I don't know if their quarterback is going to be very good in Minnesota. All right, I got
McCarthy?
two-
He might
two-
not be.
3.
But the other guy's pretty good. That Howell guy, he was okay in Washington.
2 and 3. I got.
All right, I got
Two
0-5 so far.
Okay.
Browns Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Well, Browns lose. Yeah.
Yeah, 0-6. Browns Dolphins in Cleveland.
Dolphins aren't that good.
That's one of the few. That's like a toss-up game there.
I'm going 3 and 3 now. 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
I'm
for
going to
Browns.
take the Browns on that one, even though it's a toss-up. I got to have one. All right, Browns Patriots in
Patriots are
New
much
England.
improved.
In New England,
All right. New
they'll be
England
better
on that
just because they don't have the racist coach anymore.
one.
That Mayo was a piece of shit.
He was a piece of shit. Didn't take long for him to fail. All right,
Nope.
I got 3. I still got 3 wins.
I got one. This could be number 2. Browns Jets in New York.
New coach. Don't know what they're doing at quarterback.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, but I thought he got hurt.
Yeah, but it's not season ending.
I don't think it's serious, but I'm just saying it's still.
Yeah. This is 2.5 months into the season. He'll be back.
All right, I'm going with the Browns. No, I'm not going with the Browns. I'm going with the Jets on that one. It's in
All
New
right.
York.
All right.
What are you going with that one?
I'm going with the Jets all day long. Or the Brown. No, I'm going with the Jets. Jets. I'll stick with my one win. Next week in Cleveland, Ravens.
Obviously lost.
That's a loss. Next week, this will be my number 2. Browns Raiders in Los Angeles. Or Las Vegas.
Browns Raiders.
Yep.
Dude, I think that the Raiders are a much improved team, better coach now. Still, their quarterback situation is kind of weird, but I'm still going with the Browns.
I'm taking the
No,
Browns.
I'm not going with the Browns. I'm going with the Raiders on that one.
I'm going to take
It's
the
in Las
Browns on
Vegas.
this one. I'll take the Browns.
Some of this really does depend on what a running back room looks like. I mean,
Yeah.
if that kid can actually keep his shit together, I think
If
he'll
he's
be all
allowed
right.
to play.
If he's allowed to play. All right.
Next week, at Cleveland, 49ers and Browns.
49ers.
Yeah, I'm on 49ers as well. Here's another toughie. The next week in Cleveland, Browns Titans.
I'm going with the Browns on that one. That's 4.
That's a really tough one because both teams stink. I guess I'll take the Browns just because I want.
So I got 4 wins so far for the Browns.
I got 3. Browns Bears in Chicago.
I'm not sold on their fucking quarterback like everybody else is.
Oh,
But
Caleb.
we still don't have a quarterback, so I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Their quarterback better than our quarterback. Not that that says much.
their coach, I think, is better too. All right, I'm taking the Bears.
I'm taking the Bears as well. The next week, I may not even turn my TV on for this one. In Cleveland, Bills versus Browns.
The Bills destroy the Browns.
Come on. I may not even watch that game.
Yeah.
That's
that game's going to be over in the first quarter.
that game might be over now. Next week in Cleveland, Browns Steelers.
Again, I just don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to bring to that team. I really don't.
Well, by this point, he may not even be on the team.
Yeah, they may trade for Kenny Pickett again.
Or he might be hurt.
But I'm still going with the Steelers.
I think I'll take the Steelers as well. And last but not least, Browns Bengals in Cincy.
Cincinnati. So I got a 4-win season.
I got a 3-win season. This ain't going to go well.
It doesn't look like it. No. There's a couple in there. I mean, I could see them winning 6. I mean, I'm still going with the 4, but I could see them winning 6. I mean, there's a couple games in there that are kind of, like you said, the Raiders game is a toss-up kind of.
Mm-hmm.
There's
a couple. The Dolphins is kind of a toss-up. I think we both took the Browns, but that's a toss-up game.
Patriots.
Patriots could
don't
be.
know how
we
good they're
don't know
going
what
to
they're be. Don't know what the Raiders are
Steelers
going to
games.
be. We don't know what the Titans are going to be.
They don't know what the Steelers are going to be.
Yeah. See, this is the thing, is even when we're looking at bad teams, we got to remember our team is one of the bad teams.
Oh, absolutely.
We're not better. We're not mountains better than Titans. We might be a little bit better than the Titans. We might be a little bit worse than the Titans. I think it really depends on who's playing quarterback for these games.
And then I mean, like I was listening to this incredibly fantastic broadcast of Browns practice today, and they were calling out some of these receivers. I've never heard of these people. Never heard of half this fucking team.
Yeah, I mean I mean, we got so many holes. All any team has to do, as the team is constituted right now, if they don't trade for a receiver, all any team has to do is double team Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah,
because there's no one else to catch the ball.
You and I might be able to cover the receivers, dude.
That's what I'm saying. There's nobody else to catch the ball. It's a bad. That room is bad. The receiver room is bad.
But the defensive line is pretty decent.
Well,
offensive line
is
I mean,
decent.
they're one injury away from their entire season being done on the offensive line.
Sure.
The quarterbacks, you have no idea what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Receivers are basically college players.
Same
Their
with the
tight
running
ends
back
are pretty
room.
decent. Tight ends are pretty decent. You got
Njoku and the guy they
Njoku,
drafted.
you got this new guy Fannin who looks pretty good so far. And then they got some German guy that I think is pretty decent. So I mean, they got decent tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
The defensive backs, I think one of them's already hurt. MJ Emerson's already hurt.
Yeah, he's done.
So I'm not sure how your secondary looks. I don't know. It could be a very long season. It could be a very, very long season.
I may be
Who
watching
knows?
other teams this year.
Maybe they're going to go to the Super Bowl now that we said that they suck.
I may be watching the Fox game a lot instead of the CBS game.
I may get the NFL Red Zone ticket so I can watch whoever isn't the Browns.
Yeah, watch other teams play, good teams. I'll watch the Packers every week. I like the Packers.
Why do you like the Packers, man?
I always have. I mean, all the way back to Don Makowski days. I mean, way.
Wow, that's way
Yeah,
back.
I was watching back in the 80s. I was watching the Browns and the Packers always because they were on TV a lot. And then when they got good, they were really on TV all the time.
See, you have to understand, like, my history. Like, as a kid. Hello.
Yeah.
All right. So before we moved up to Cleveland,
Yeah.
we lived all over the place. So
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Dallas. I was a Cowboys fan back when Danny White was quarterback, and I lived next door to a Cowboys cheerleader, which explains a lot of why I jerk off every day of my life. We lived in Allentown, Pennsylvania, so it was close to the Philly and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We lived in Manhattan, so
Okay.
obviously Jets and Giants.
Sure.
But I was born in Miami, dude,
Right.
and I went to Hurricanes games, and Dolphins were kind of like my thing, dude. I played catch as a child with Dan Marino in the parking lot of training camp,
Nice.
which is pretty fucking cool, dude.
Hell yeah.
Like, my dad was talking to him, and then what was his name? Mark Duper.
Oh, yeah.
He actually gave me like his sweatbands, his wristbands, his headband, and everything else, and
That's cool.
signed an autograph for me. And like, I literally, my dad was talking because my dad was like the sports editor for the Miami News down there, and so he was talking to Marino, and me and Marino just playing catch in a fucking parking lot.
Right.
How badass is that, dude?
That's
I got to play
cool.
catch with the Hall of Famer. So I mean, Dolphins have really always been like my favorite team.
Sure.
Just because, again, it was what I grew up with and loved as a child. And so, the Browns, when I moved up here, I mean, Bernie was like my next favorite player.
Sure.
The reason I was a fan of Bernie was because he was a fucking hurricane. I mean, I was at the game when Doug Flutie threw the fucking Hail Mary pass
Right.
and beat the fucking Hurricanes, and I cried like a bitch all the way home. But Bernie played in that game. And
Right.
I remember I talked to Bernie on the phone one day about it. I was like, yeah, man, I was at that game. I cried and blah, blah, blah. I was a kid. And then he stopped talking to me about the game, wanted to know how my sister-in-law was, and wanted to go on a date with her. But
Nice.
it was I've always been a fan of like the Miami teams.
Sure.
And that's when the Hurricanes were fucking good, dude. When they actually had like serious talent, and they may have been doing a lot of drugs and stuff with Michael Irving and all those kind of guys, but
Sure.
they were a talented team.
Yeah, they were unstoppable in those days with Michael Irvin and The Rock. The Rock was on that team too, if I remember right. And
Yeah, and so I mean, I was a big fan, dude, and so Miami is kind of like, if I had to pick another team other than the Browns, the only reason I even picked the Browns is because I live in this hellhole. Believe me, if I move tomorrow, I will be a fan of some other team and never
Right.
even.
You won't
think
take
about
your
this
Browns
disaster.
gear with you?
I will not. I'll leave it in the house. Like, that'll be a selling point for my house. You get to keep all the Brown shit.
It'll be a fire pit like the LeBron James jerseys when he left.
Like I love Cleveland only because I'm supposed to say I love Cleveland because that's what we do as Clevelanders, and we know that it sucks. We know that downtown is a disaster and you can get shot. We know that the weather here is terrible. We know that, look, you go to any other city outside of this town, even go to Columbus, the roads are better, the weather's nicer, even the sun seems like and the air smells better in Columbus, 2 hours away than it does here in Cleveland.
It's a nicer sun.
It is. It's a nicer sun than it is here.
Funny.
There's something that happens when you leave the sphere of Cleveland where everything all of a sudden gets better. I don't know why they want a dome stadium. We already have a dome of sadness here. and like, I wish I was joking. I'm not. We go to, anytime we leave here and go south or because you can't go north, obviously, but you go south from Cleveland, you get 2 hours away, and all of a sudden the roads are nicer. The air smells better. The sun is brighter and happier. I mean, it's just such a difference.
Well,
And, we know that's why we love Cleveland, though, because we feel like we're part of a team. We're a team of pissed off, angry, blue collar people that can't make a good living and just fight to stay alive.
well, that's the civic pride has a ton to do with here. You leave here and then it's been ridiculed so bad that every Clevelander has to stand up and beat their chest that I'm from. But I'll tell you this, when I was building Pinball PA, and I was living in Pittsburgh for 2 years. Basically, I was spending 3-4 days a week in Pittsburgh and 3-4 days a week here. And obviously, when I'm living there, I'm a sports talk guy, so I listen to their sports talk. They have better, and this will piss everybody off, but they have better fans than we do, by far, because they don't. Like, I was there when Roethlisberger got hurt and Michael Vick had to play for 5-6 games, whatever it was. Now, here in Cleveland, the minute the A quarterback is hurt, everybody throws up their hands and says, season's over.
Season's over.
We're done. Let's start looking for a quarterback. There, I was stunned by the fact Ben Roethlisberger, I don't like the guy, but he is clearly a Hall of Fame player.
Of course.
This guy got hurt, and there was not one call on their stupid radio saying, well, season's over. Their radio was like, well, I know this guy's not as good as Ben, but we expect him to throw for 3 touchdowns and 350 yards. That's the expectation of being a Steeler.
And look, here, I've gone to Steelers-Browns games, even back at the old stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And even where literally we had the troughs where people took a piss in.
Sure.
And you'd see a knocked out Steeler fan getting peed on in the fucking trough, dude. In here, if you wear Steelers garb, now it's kind of different because we suck and there's no rivalry anymore. The Steelers
that rivalry's done.
And so, but it used to be they hated you. If you're a Steelers fan, you come here, fuck you, and this, that, and the other thing. I went to a Steelers game in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Me too.
Well, actually, we weren't even going to go to the game, but they were playing that day, and we went, and everybody's all tailgating, having a good time. I said, you know what? I told my wife, I said, we got to go back to the hotel. Fuck these guys. I'm putting on my Browns jersey. We're going out.
Sure.
I'm going to cause some shit. I'm going to wear my Browns jersey. Fuck these people.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went back to the hotel. I put on my Browns jersey. We went out. As soon as we got out of the cab, whatever, guys came over and were, dude, you a Browns fan?
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, man, you want a beer? They couldn't have been nicer fucking people.
Sure.
Maybe they felt bad for me because I'm from Cleveland, but they couldn't have been nicer. Here we try to act like we're tough guys and punch Steeler fans in the face and everything. We suck. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but our downtown is terrible.
You're telling a very true story, and I don't think people realize it. I know I've been to Steeler games as well in Pittsburgh. One in particular, me and my friend Angry Pat, we went. And I did the whole thing. Face painted orange and the white strip, and I did the whole wore all Browns gear, whatever. And when I got out the car, I literally said to my friend Pat, I said, no matter what we do, we don't get too far from each other so we don't get jumped off.
Yeah.
There was no jumping off. We got out the car. We had a couple people that were like, oh, look at these faggot Browns fans, a couple of those. And then we opened our trunk and we had a keg in the trunk, brought over some people, had a great time.
Yeah.
Hung out, tailgated for a couple of hours, went in, had a great time. I will say it was a really tough loss for the Browns because it was the Tommy Maddox game where the Browns were winning for 3.5 quarters, and then what's his name? The Cordell Stewart got hurt. So they brought in Tommy Maddox, who proceeded to throw 3 touchdowns in 6 minutes and beat the Browns. But I was giving it to the fans. Every time the Browns got a first down, I was running around trying to high five them and shit, just fucking with them. And then when Tommy Maddox started coming back, every fan in our section started fucking with me. But it was fun, it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't, hey, asshole, I'm going to punch you in the face when you leave. It was just cheerleading fun, I guess, for lack of a better term.
I know I'm right about our town, Chris.
How?
Because I'm looking at these comments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a fucking one is disputing anything that I'm saying. They're too busy talking to each other instead of listening to actually what's going on the show. And I'm telling you that I'm putting down Cleveland because it's true. And I can do it because I'm a guy that lives here and have been living here way too long. Because it really is, it's just that bad.
Yeah.
And I live here. I'll stand up for it all day long. But when it comes right down to it, I'm trying to find out the great things. The grass is greener in other places. It's just the truth. The school systems in Cleveland especially in Cleveland, suck ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I'm getting
Cleveland
arguments.
now, I mean,
Vance
dude.
came to town, right? JD
Yeah.
Vance came to town and was talking about Akron and Canton being like some of the worst cities for crime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get all these people, oh, it doesn't suck. I had one woman calling me a dumb son of a bitch because I said that he was right. And if you look up stats, dude, Akron and Canton are terrible for crime.
Mm-hmm.
Above the national average in pretty much every category, way
Right.
above in the state average.
Right.
And it's awful. Look at Cincinnati. They have their city is at least nicer than ours, but they have riots all over the place. Look at up here. I mean, it's not safe to even go downtown.
Well, that's it. I think all of us that have hit a certain age, we've just decided we're not going to get killed in fucking downtown Cleveland. That's why I don't go down there. I have absolute fear of the downtown area.
Absolutely. You remember downtown when, like, MMS was in Tower City?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tower City was booming. They had great stores. They had a Warner Brothers store. They had a Disney store. They had a Coconuts record store. We had the
Hard Rock.
They had the Hard Rock. They had all kind of great things.
Mm-hmm.
Even the food court was great. Then you could walk across to like the movie theater down a big hallway. It was great. Even going to like the Gun back in the day, you could walk down this big long hall. And it was
Sure.
fun to go see concerts and everything downtown. It's a fucking nightmare now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a disaster. All those stores are gone. You're scared to walk from. We got followed. We went to a bank machine inside Tower City and we're walking to the casino.
Sure.
And we got followed. And thank God there happened to be a cop where this guy was like literally probably going to jump us and steal money from us. Because it's scary being down there now.
Yeah. Well, dude, I've told that story
You have one
before.
decent street in downtown Cleveland, Euclid. And even there, I see people get accosted all the time that I used to work with.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know I've told the story a couple of times, dude, about the parking garage right across the street from the fucking House of Blues.
Yeah.
That I parked in there, and then I walked in there, and 3 dudes followed me in. I was like, fuck that. And I literally told Kelly, I said, go back to, I sent her ahead of me. I said, go get the car, or go, the gun is in the middle. I was like, might have to shoot our way out of this shit. And I sent her on. Because I was like, if it breaks down, I'm going to fight, but may not end well. I might end up being a stain in that fucking parking garage. It's dangerous down there, man.
It is. And sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings, but it really is just it's not a great place to live anymore.
No.
It's just
Well,
not.
I think there are good places to live around here. They're just not in the bigger cities. Up here. Because
I
like
love
Tremont's
Broadway.
nice. Tremont's a
Broadway's-
pretty nice city.
Broadway Heights is a great city. I mean, it really is. It's a great city. But you know
Hudson,
what?
Solon, they're all nice cities.
I got into fights with people on Facebook. You know what they're bitching about in Broadway Heights? They don't want a Sheetz gas station to be put on the corner of one of the bigger roads because they think, oh my God, there's going to be... One guy said there's going to be thugs and gangs that are going to be at the Sheetz. It's a fucking gas station, right?
Is that where the gangsters all hang out? Is it
Apparently, you know how racist that sounds too? The thugs and gangs are going to be hanging out on Sheetz overnight. I mean, what are you doing? I mean, these people everybody's so stuck up. And so, I mean, and this neighborhood's afraid of expansion. I mean, people in Ohio and people, especially in the Cleveland area, they kill themselves. They don't even like anything. They're just angry people. Everybody in Cleveland's angry.
Why wouldn't they be angry?
Browns
What
suck,
positive
Avs
thing
suck.
do they have to
That's what
hold
I'm
on to?
saying. The Guardians suck. They can't even keep a name right.
Yeah. Yeah, the Guardians are bad this year, aren't they?
Oh my God.
Are they bad? I only see the wins or losses because Jim Jackal in the chat room always posts when they lose because he hates the Indians. Or he hates the Guardians since they became the Guardians, so he posts every time they lose. And it seems like they lose almost every day. Are they really bad?
I think they're on a 4-game winning streak.
I know my Padres are not doing well either. But
they've had a couple losses that I was like shocked by.
Yeah. But at least they kept their name.
Habu says you scared, get a burner launcher.
Get a what?
Burner launcher?
I don't know what a burner launcher is.
I think it's a less lethal thing.
I don't want any less lethal.
I want more lethal. I
Yeah.
want a bazooka if I go downtown.
I've got guns. I take my gun downtown. The problem is I can't take it in any place.
I need to buy a gun from you. You have any extra that you're
I
willing
don't
to
have an
give up?
extra, but I'll go with you to get one. They're not that expensive.
All right, my friends. I think it's time to wrap this thing up.
I think we're done. Wow,
Don't
this
forget
was
to go
fast.
to thesethwilliamshow.com, thesethwilliamshow.com. Check it out. There's a store there. You can buy stuff, which always helps out too. Seth Williams 32 on Venmo if you want to feel like donating. Thanks to JJ again for last week. What else?
That's it.
Sign up for those,
SethWilliamsShow.com.
SethWilliamsShow.com. And then if you want to sign up for those Jim Florentine, Don Jameson spots,
Yes.
Seth Williams 32 at gmail.com. No, Seth Williams Show at gmail.com. Seth Williams Show at gmail.com. And again, looks like Wednesday I will be dyeing the beard on the show.
Cannot wait for that.
And you're going to make fun of me, but I'm going to look damn handsome
Stunning.
when this thing is done. I'm going to look like a new man. I'm going to look. You might even hit on me, Chris.
I'm anticipating that I might cyber suck your dick.
See?
I'm anticipating this.
Just go for more than the head, please. Make sure you work the shaft.
I will work the shaft, the balls, and the taint.
I appreciate you. See?
I'll take care of you.
I will give you all the thanks in the world.
I will be the best faggot I can be, goddammit.
Because I'm going to look that good after I die.
That's right. I'm going to be like, since when did I start doing this show with Brad Pitt? Oh, my God.
It.
I got to blow him.
I might even rip my shirt off and show my pectorals. I have bigger breasts than Sydney Sweetie. I'm not ripping any shirt off. All right. We will talk to you on Wednesday, God willing. Have yourself a good rest of your Monday and Tuesday, my friends. Thanks for hanging. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.